Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Nils Roscher Nielsen, and I work as a sales engineer with the Qt company. Welcome to this Qt virtual bootcamp, the first of big virtual event where we will do multiple webinars, and we will have a keynote in this morning, etc. So lots of things going on today, and we're all very excited to be here and to have so many attendees here. I'll be your host for today. I'll sit here for the duration of the event. As different speakers come and go, I'll guide you through the happenings of today. And I'll have a lot of interesting topics to cover. But before we get started on that, a few pieces of practical information to begin with. This session will be recorded. So if you don't have time to listen into it all, if some things you want to listen to later, we will record each of the various sessions and we will send you links so that you can download all this content. I don't think it will be available until Monday though, so don't wait for the email from us right after the event. I think our marketing department will send that out sometimes during Monday. On Monday, we'll also send out another thing, and that is the name of the winner of an iPad. So amongst all of you who attend this session today, we will draw a random winner of an iPad. So stay tuned to increase your chances of winning, and stay tuned to hear who won that. Other than that, feel free to share these slides with your friends and colleagues and family or whoever else might be interested in learning more about Qt. If you have questions during the session, you will all be muted, unfortunately. We can't have several hundred people asking questions in the audio at the same time, so I will be monitoring the Q&A session throughout the day. So feel free to ask questions. I'll try to get them all answered. I'll try to present those questions to the presenters whenever they have the time. Otherwise, for the technical sessions, we'll also try to get all of the questions answered at the end. If there's something that we cannot answer or don't have the time to answer during the event, during the actual talk, we will get back to you on that later. We'll try to get in contact with everyone, but bear with us. There's a lot of people attending here, so we'll try to get it as soon as possible, but we'll see what we're able to do. I think as an introduction, that's it. This is the agenda for today. We'll start off with a keynote with Lars's look into the crystal ball. Lars is our CTO. And then we'll continue on with an introduction to Qt Creator, Qt device creation with Qt Enterprise Embedded. We'll look at Qt Quick and Qt Quick controls. We'll look at enabling direct WebGL in Qt Quick 2, and we'll have a brief introduction, or not brief actually, all of these sessions are an hour long, so a very comprehensive introduction to Qt Web Engine tonight from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Central European time. But before I let Lars hit the stage, I just want to set the stage a little bit for what we're all doing here and what's the reason for us being here today. So we obviously are the Qt company, and what we are doing is providing you with this awesome Qt software. And I wanted to spend just 1 minute looking into what kind of packages do we actually have and what are we providing for all of you. We really want Qt to be available for all of you and for as many people as possible. So we have our community or our open source edition of Qt that anyone can use free of charge, most likely. Either it's academic, if it's small startups, or if it's open source projects, school usage, or hobby projects. But we also have our Indie Mobile licensing scheme for startups that really want to create their mobile applications with Qt. This is a very cheap and nice introduction to have your apps protected by our commercial license. It covers all of the mobile platforms that Qt support. For those who want to get a broader experience of using Qt to deploy both to desktop and mobile to get support, to get additional features, and to have the protection and freedom of a commercial license from us, then the Qt Professional subscription license is a very nice idea. It's a monthly subscription so that it's an easier, more easily acquirable license for smaller companies and startups. But for those who really want to have a more strategic relationship with the Qt company, who really want to be able to get the full power of Qt, to use Qt perpetually, not a subscription license, but actually have a non-terminating license with us, and who wants to target not just mobile and desktop application development, but really also get the full power of device creation, embedded operating systems, and runtime licensing, then the enterprise license is a very good option for all of those. And with that, I think it's time for me to give the scene and the word to Lars. So now I will just pass the presenter rights to Lars, and I hope that you can all see his slides very briefly. There will be a few gaps between presenters as we are sharing the presenter rights. So there, Lars.
Yes, hello and good day, everybody. Just give me 1 second. Get started. Okay, so I will be spending the remainder of this half an hour to try to, give you a little broad overview over what we are currently doing. Talk a little bit about, both the business side, what's happening with our business, with the community, the ecosystem, but then, go straight into technical topics, looking at our long-term vision, what we think, is important for Qt in the long term, and after that, also give you an overview over what's coming with the upcoming Qt 5.4 release. What kind of new things we have in there. So, the Qt company, as you probably have noticed if you have been following what we've been doing over the last couple of months, we have changed our company name. So Qt has been acquired from Digia a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, because Digia saw this as a great opportunity and saw the great potential of Qt as a technology. What we've been doing then in the summer is that we've been basically trying to really, structure our operation fully around Qt, have an entity that really focuses around, on the product, around the product, and does everything that's related to Qt and nothing else. And that's the Qt company. That's what we are now, how we call ourselves. We're still fully owned by Digia, but we are, to a good extent, an independent company. We have our own roadmap and our own ways of working there. Really, it's all about Qt, and this is what we're focusing on. It's the product we're proud about, and that's what we want to do. We've also done quite a bit of changes on our web presence. We are, we have so far a rather split web presence where we have qt.digia.com representing, the commercial side of the business, the commercial offering. We have qtproject.org representing the open source side of things. But technically, this is actually one product. Qt is the same product. And what we are doing now is we're bringing these things together in one website called qt.io, where we have one product where we want to represent the whole ecosystem around Qt. So not only the Qt company, but also our partners, and the community, and have everything there available as one resource. This is a gradual process, and we've launched the first version of Qt.io in September. We're now moving forward. We're bringing more and more of the content that partially has been on qt.digia.com, partially on qtproject.org, into Qt.io, try to consolidate all the information and make this much more accessible and more easy for you to use. We're also seeing that we have a lot of, success with Qt as a product over the time. So we have been looking at our download numbers, and we have now reached over 1.5 million downloads for Qt 5.3. We're actually at 1.6 million now. And we're seeing a very nice increase of these download numbers from earlier Qt versions. Qt 5.1 was at around 700,000 to 800,000, Qt 5.2 at 1.1 million, and now we're at 1.6 million. So we're seeing that Qt is really growing. We're seeing a lot of adoption and an extreme amount of interest for the product inside out there in the world. Something we're really happy about, and I think it's very worthwhile sharing with all of you. So looking into the longer term vision and what we're doing with Qt, what's happening in the industry, what do we think is important, and what do we want to do with Qt in the future? This is some of the topics I want to share with you now in the next coming minutes. One thing we're seeing is that the world has changed a lot over the last couple of years. 5 years ago, we were working in almost a Microsoft monopoly, and the other platforms that we supported had a relatively small market share. Things have been changing dramatically over these years, and the mobile devices have changed the landscape, but also on the desktop, Apple has gained more foothold, and we're seeing that it is becoming more and more important for many of our customers, many of our users, to really bring their applications to many of these operating systems. Companies that have been traditionally working on the desktop are looking now at how to bring their applications to tablets, to mobile phones, and also to other devices. We're also seeing a lot of interest where people now look at what do we do with TVs, with cars, IVI. We're getting an extreme amount of interest from the car industry for Qt, and there's other things, specialized devices for special purposes that people are developing. And one of the things that we're seeing, and that is very important there moving forward, is that Qt, we're giving you the promise here that Qt will continue to support all relevant platforms, which means all platforms that are relevant out there that have a larger market share is something we will aim at supporting as good as we can for you. So we want to have a cross-platform story. We want to really target as many platforms as possible for you and isolate you from these changes in the operating system world, so that you can use Qt to develop your applications and you have secured your investment for the future. We're also seeing larger changes in how apps are being developed, deployed. Application stores have made their entry. They have become a very hard requirement on mobile. And we can also see that Apple and Microsoft are pushing them for the desktop. If you look at Windows 10 and the Windows runtime, these are all about the Windows Store. And you can also see how the download numbers from the Apple App Store have exploded over the years. So bringing your applications and supporting application stores with your applications, so bringing your applications there is becoming more and more of a hard requirement if you want to be successful with your application. So what we're also seeing is that time to market is more and more critical. The world is accelerating in all segments. We've seen that in a very extreme case on the mobile space, but we're also seeing that this is happening also on the desktop space and on the embedded space, where people are trying to push out new versions of their devices, of their hardware, in a faster and faster pace. So for us and for Qt, this means that we will need to help you cover more parts of the application lifecycle, make this easier for you. Traditionally, Qt has been focusing very much around the development process. Creating your applications, having an IDE around that, doing all the development. We are now pushing a bit more into the deployment part, where we see that how do we package the applications. We have support for that on the mobile platforms, and we're also enhancing our support for deployment and for packaging for our desktop operating systems. But we're also seeing that there's other needs on the beginning of the application lifecycle, the design, the ideas, and on the end when you have deployed the app and you need to maintain it and handle bug reports and these things, get feedback. So we want to cover more of these pieces as we now move forward. A big thing that we're seeing and that is coming really is embedded and connected devices. We're seeing that more and more of the embedded devices are getting touchscreens, and Qt has been there for now almost 15 years, supporting user interfaces for embedded devices. But we've done lots of changes to make this much better, to really use the capabilities of the hardware and to do everything we can to make creation of touch-based user interfaces as simple as possible. But there's more to it. You need a simple to configure and flexible stack that makes it easy to create your application and create your device. With the Internet of Things, there's things coming up as machine-to-machine communication, where you need to support common data protocols. You need to be able to discover other machines in your local network. And there's also a whole set of new issues coming up, like, how do I process all the data that I collect? What about security access control? What about upgradability of my device? And how do I control all of that in a good and easy to use manner? So what we want to do with Qt is to make device creation faster and easier. And personally, I think our goal has to be nothing less than that device creation becomes as easy as creating an application for your desktop PC, the operating system. This is our goal, and with Qt Enterprise Embedded, we're making good progress in that direction, trying to really help you create your devices in a faster and easier way. We also want to help you connect your applications and devices. Things are becoming more diverse. You have lots of smaller devices that you want to connect. You might want to connect to a service out on the internet, all of these things, and we want to focus also in that area, by supporting things maybe such as device discovery using ZeroConf, implementing support for more protocols, and many other things that will help you make connected devices, create connected devices and applications in an easier fashion. You will see quite a bit of this also in the 5.4, coming in 5.4 already. So let's move over to that one. So what's really new and coming in Qt 5.4? As you might have seen, we have released the release candidate for Qt 5.4 last week. So the content is pretty much set now, and we're really just doing our final polishing to get it out. The first big new thing is Qt on Windows Runtime, which means we now fully support, creating applications for the Windows Store with Qt. And we support Windows 8.1 and newer and Windows Phone 8.1 and newer. We have a very good integration there into Qt Creator. It's compliant, with the Windows Store, as I said, and we have pretty much, all the features or most of the features of Qt covered. We have the essential modules. We have things like geo-positioning, the Qt Quick controls, also the enterprise controls, Engine I/O for backend as a service. We have the Qt Quick compiler. We have multimedia support. So most of the things are there. What's missing right now is some sort of web integration. I'll come to that later. But what we have here is now fully supported by us, and you can use that to create your applications also for the Windows Store and for Windows Phone. The second big new feature that we have is Qt Web Engine. Qt Web Engine is the successor of Qt WebKit. There's a long history behind that, and you can hear more about that in the talk later tonight. But it really is about having a new module for embedding web content. You can use it even to create a fully functional browser, and it's really deeply integrated into the Qt graphics stack. It's easy to use. It's cross-platform, currently covering the desktop platforms and embedded Linux. And we have full support in there for Qt widgets and Qt Quick-based applications. We have great performance. It's really on par with pretty much the latest Chromium. And we have full compliance with the latest web standards. One thing to note there is the licensing is slightly different from many of the other modules. It's licensed under LGPL version 3, not version 2.1, or a commercial license. A second big new feature also related to web and also connecting applications and devices is the Qt web channel. This is actually one of the modules which shows how the Qt contribution process works very nicely. Most of the work here has been done by our partner KDApp, and they have created that web channel module, and it allows for a very easy interaction between Qt and HTML and JavaScript. It works with pretty much any up-to-date browser, plus of course our own Qt Web Engine, Qt WebKit, and Qt Web View. I'll come to Qt Web View a little bit later. Other than that, any browser supporting WebSockets. And what you can do with it is you can expose objects from Qt to HTML5, and it really is a full replacement for the QObject-Bridge that we had in Qt WebKit. With Qt 5.4, we also have done a lot of changes in the graphics area. We have done work on our OpenGL support, where we can now adopt native OpenGL contexts. We have greatly improved support for OpenGL ES 3.0 and 3.1, and we have actually created a replacement for the old QGL widget class called QOpenGL widget and QOpenGL window. This allows a much better integration of OpenGL content into a QWidget or QWindow-based application. We've given you a little bit of better help to draw raster content with software rasterization into QWindows. And we've done a lot of work in Qt Quick, where we now have a Qt Quick widget, embedding Qt Quick into a QWidget-based hierarchy. We have the Qt Quick render control, where you can render this to an off-screen buffer, for example, for printing. We have a technology preview of Canvas 3D, which is WebGL basically for Qt Quick, and some new styles for the enterprise control. In addition, we've done a lot of work in the back that is not that directly visible. We have done work to better support high DPI displays on the desktop, i.e., the thing we have been doing, with Retina displays on the Mac for some years now, and we want to bring this also to Windows and Linux. Currently, this works a bit manually with an environment variable called Qt device pixel ratio, and we're aiming at a transparent support for Qt 5.5. And lastly, we've been attacking and tackling the OpenGL problems on Windows, where there's some problems sometimes because the native OpenGL drivers are not always available, not always of a good enough quality. So the Qt packages that you can get now with 5.4 supports dynamic GL switching, where we can at startup time select what kind of OpenGL implementation we want to use, whether it's native OpenGL, whether we want to translate OpenGL to DirectX using Angle, or whether we want to do software rasterization. We hope and believe that this will solve many of the issues that people have with OpenGL on Windows. We've also added another very cool new feature as an enterprise add-on, which is the Qt Quick 2D renderer. This one is a new renderer that allows you to use Qt Quick without OpenGL support. It's very interesting on embedded devices that don't have OpenGL hardware accelerations, because we can fully render in software, and we can make use of 2D hardware accelerations through, for example, DirectFB, Direct2D, or others that could be possible. Some other new items that are in Qt 5.4 are, for example, the new Qt Storage Info class, where you can get information about mounted storage volumes and drives. We have some nice enhancements to the data visualization with volume rendering and larger performance improvements. We have Bluetooth LE support, Bluetooth Low Energy on Linux and Android, and we now have also official support for Wayland on Linux. We've added some technology previews with Qt Web View, which is actually a module that allows you to embed the native web view into a Qt-based application. Currently supported on Android and iOS. We're also planning on extending that to Windows Runtime and Windows Phone. This is important because on iOS we're not even allowed to ship a second web browser. We have to use the native web view component from the operating system. And on mobile devices, also the size of Qt Web Engine would be, often prohibitive for the download, especially if one only wants to render a little bit of embedded web content. I already talked about Qt Canvas 3D, WebGL for Qt Quick, basically, which is a very nice addition. It allows you to directly do GL from within Qt Quick. We are also going to release a new version of Qt for device creation, or as we used to call it, Qt Enterprise Embedded, where we update Qt, the product, to the 5.4 libraries, where we have updated reference stacks and add-on components. We'll of course, add the Qt Quick 2D renderer for the devices without OpenGL. We have now, for the first time, integration of Wayland and allowing, full support for multi-process environments. We have a new MetaQt layer for building your own stack in Yocto. It's very interesting if you want to customize and tailor the stack that you want to put onto your embedded device. And quite a few new utility libraries for controlling audio, display, and network. Some help in Qt Tracer, also a wizard for flashing your device images, lots of performance optimizations, improvements, and bug fixes. And finally, also a new version of the virtual keyboard. Qt Creator 3.3 will also be released together with Qt 5.4, where we have quite a few new features available for you as well. We have a new and redesigned Qt Quick Designer, where we have now implemented a clean split between the user interface design and the application logic, similar to what we're doing with the old QWidget-based designer. This should make it much easier to control your user interfaces, to lay them out graphically, and put the application logic separately, so that you have that clean split and can actually go in and change your user interface without having to worry about your application logic. We have support there for tab view controls and more extended anchoring options. In addition, we have a new and much improved QML profiler, where you can profile the JavaScript heap, where you can look at the scene graph, the OpenGL scene graph, and see what it's really doing. See whether you're drawing too much. That really helps you hit a smooth 60 frames per second with the user interfaces. Annotations on profile views, and we have a static code analyzer support also using Clang. And then there's of course a lot of smaller changes, like creating your own wizard using simple scripting. This is something new which you couldn't be doing before. You can more easily drag around edited documents, and we have quite a few new quick fixes where you can switch between stack and heap allocations and convert old-style connect calls. And finally, we also have a much improved high DPI support coming with Qt 5.4. So, and to finalize that, all of that is coming to you next week. That's when we plan to release Qt 5.4. So, before I finish, I have one more item that I would like to share with you, and that's actually Qt 4.8. We have now decided to support Qt 4.8 for one more year. Originally, the plan was to stop support of Qt 4.8 by the end of this year, but we're seeing that quite a few of you are still on 4.8 and maybe need a little bit more time to migrate to Qt 5. So we are now listening to you there, and we will support Qt 4.8 for one more year, helping you to get to this, change that. Okay, now I'll get something here. Okay, and with that, I'd like to thank you all.
Thank you very much, Lars. Thank you for this introduction, and thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on Qt and the future with us. So I hope you can hear me again. My name is Nils Roscher Nielsen, and I am the host of this event today. Now we've heard Lars Knoll talk about Qt, and the next person coming up